So we live our life with high expectations of God. We live our life with high, that's what faith is. Faith is a positive expectation of good. I'm believing for a healing. I'm believing for a financial breakthrough. I'm believing that this friendship would get better. I'm believing that this relationship would get better. It's faith in that. It's faith in God. And then it's also me doing something. It's not faith and works. No, God sees us as we have faith. The works take place by other people. Other people see our works, but God sees us right in our faith. You can only trust in a man's faith only to a certain period of time, but it's in God's faith. It's in the faith of God. That's why as believers, we can live our life and we can have low expectations of this world. We don't have to expect great things. We can say it's Jesus Christ who is the one that's there for us. It's Jesus Christ. I'm going to have faith in God. Yes, maybe my boss disappoints me. Maybe my coworkers disappoint me. Maybe my car disappoints me. It goes, you start that car. I get to the restaurant and I'm excited to get the new food, and they mess up. How do you mess up rice? How do you undercook rice? How do you mess it up? Because I have to live my life, and I say, you know what? I'm not going to have these high expectations for all these things. I'm going to realize, yeah, my car might break down. My house might go through times where I got to repair it. The tree might fall down. But that never affects your faith in God. The car breaking down does not negate the truth that Jesus is the Lord. When the disciples went through great difficulty, and Stephen, who served the Lord, gets up and preaches a sermon. I'm sure he gave a good sermon, probably a better sermon than me. And you know what takes place? They stone Stephen. They kill him. I mean, that's a wild reaction to a sermon. But that did not negate the evil of this world, the evil that goes on in this world. It does not negate the love of God, does not negate what God has done for us. It doesn't change the faith of the disciples, because their faith was not in the expectations of the men or the people that were around them. Their faith was in God. And anytime that we place our expectations, and Peter, let me trust in Peter. Well, Peter's probably going to cuss. He's probably going to say something wrong. He was there. He's like, I don't know Jesus. I don't know him. I'm not sure. But ultimately, the disciples had to say, you know what? Our faith is not in Peter. He might cuss. He might say the wrong word. But our faith is in God.